Yeah, my brother Toto built a shoe shine box, and he went out to shine shoes. And I was about 8 years old, 9 years old. And then my father says to my brother, he says, you got to make a shoe shine box for your brother. So my brother and I worked on a shoe shine box for me. So we both went out shining shoes. And we used to shine shoes for a nickel, 5 cents. So we started shining shoes. We used to just sit on a corner and wait for people to pass by and ask them if they wanted to shine. Shine 5 cents. We even went to Wall Street. We thought, you know, with all those rich guys, you know, they would like to have their shoes shined. No way. Them guys are too busy making money. And anyway, while I was on the subway train, I saw somebody singing in the train and passed a hat around. And I said, that's a lot easier than shining shoes. And I could sing better than that guy. So before you know it, I was singing in the trains and begging for money. I used to pass the hat around. And sometimes I used to take my little brother Sadi with me to pass the hat around because he looked very sorrowful. And we used to bring the money home.
How much?
Well, you know, it was probably a day's pay for a man, or better.
Which is $1?
Yeah, maybe it was $2, $2.50. I remember one time it was about $4, which was a lot of money. So anyway, that was against the law, singing in trains. And of course, I didn't even know about that. They called it panhandling. So one time the detectives got a hold of me, and before you know it, I was in jail. I was in Brooklyn Detention Center, and I spent 10 days in jail there. Well, they put me, luckily enough, they put me in a group 13 years old and older. Now, there was a lot of big guys in there, and I had to go through an initiation. And the initiation was that they smashed a deck of cards onto your knuckles, like that, until your knuckles bled. And then you were initiated. But the place was run by matrons. You'd think it was, you know, men, but it was mostly women. And this woman, she was a matrix, and she saw what they were doing to me, and she came over and stopped them. And then she called up, and she put me in 12 and under, instead of 13, 12 and over.
Now, were you smaller than most of the kids your age?
I was a small kid. So anyway, I was okay, and I had to spend 10 days there. Not only that, when we approached Sunday was visiting day. And you know, all the parents and friends of the people in jail would come to visit. And one of the matrons says, we're going to have a show for them. Imagine that, we're going to have a show for the people who were visiting. I said, well, if you're going to have a show, I'll sing, because I'm a singer. They said, what are you going to sing? I said, I'm going to sing The Masquerade is Over. That was a new song that was very popular. Mm-hmm. So when they came, I sang the song.
Do you remember how it went?
Well, it was something like, I'm afraid the masquerade is over, and so is love, and so is love. Anyway, it's a big song, but it sounds something like that. So anyway, I get out of jail, and what happened then? Well, before you know it, I was in the Army. I was 18